The other headline probably happened last night with Beyonce. She already has won more Grammy Awards than anybody else. Getting Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter. Okay, all right. It was, I guess, different, and so it stands out, and there were a lot of people, I guess, that loved it. The one that's probably the most controversial, why people are talking about it today, is this award presented by Taylor Swift.
And the Grammy goes to...
This is Best Country Album.
Cowboy Carter. Beyonce.
Wow. I want to thank God. Oh my God. That I'm able to still do what I love after so many years. Oh my God.
So she was obviously caught off guard by the win.
And I heard if God does not thank Beyonce, there is a trouble in that paradise.
So she picked up the award Best Country Album. She also got Best Country Duo Group Performance for Cowboy Carter.
It would have been so funny if she got up there and said, I know, I've heard all the rumors that everybody must get up here and thank me whenever they win anything, and it's true. So I'm going to take a minute to thank me.
You're right.
That would be so amazing. Remember how Snoop Dogg did that one time? I want to thank me. I want to thank me for working so hard. I want to thank me for staying so late and never giving up. I want to thank me for my dedication, my perseverance.
Okay.
That would have been so funny.
Yeah, I see ya. So she went with that angle on that, and she's also announced that there's going to be a tour upcoming to support Cowboy Carter. She did not announce any dates, though. But immediately there were a lot of opinions. The people that she beat out, Lainey Wilson, who does very well, the CMAs, Post Malone, who's got an amazing album with F1 Trillion, and Chris Stapleton's new album is pretty solid as well. Kasey Musgraves also on that list of people that she beat out. So, to me, this may be one of the biggest things because I think a lot of country fans were really put off by this.
What?
Because you have somebody that's out. Well, honestly, it looks like country's pretty easy. I mean, if you are able to create one album and then, in a sense, sweep the awards for country music. And
anybody can do it.
And you don't do that. Yeah, I mean, the talent level on country's got to be very low. But I know Beyonce's great, and she's a master of all trades, but yeah, to come in there and be able to grab that award, yeah, I thought that was very surprising.
Was her whole album country? The entire thing was?
What to me, she did an R&B album with a country theme, and it had some country sounds. That's what it sounded like to me. I thought it was creative, and I thought it was great, and I don't want to take anything away from Cowboy Carter.
But is it Country Album of the Year in your opinion?
No, I mean, and look, this is my own personal opinion.
And you get into country probably the most of anybody on this show.
I listen to it a ton. So to me, Post Malone's F1 Trillion probably has 11 hits on it. It is a massive album. It is fantastic.
But is he even country?
He's not, but his sounds country. The themes are, you know what? He went in and conformed to country. So he did a true country album. Beyonce, I don't think Beyonce's album is a country album. That I think is what the issue is. It doesn't have the telltales to me of country. Now, I'm not a country aficionado. I'm not an expert. I'm sure people will have their own opinions.
But does that album suck as a country album, or is it good? Flat out, the Beyonce album. Is that a good album?
I've heard him like it's an R&B album that has a country flair. I wouldn't listen to it, and I listen to almost all country. To me, it's not a country album. So for her to go in there and to win the best country album, yeah, I don't know. And I know a lot of people look at the Academy and the awards, and sometimes you're like, okay, I don't understand that. To me, I felt it was very disrespectful to country. And if I were a huge country fan, I'd be like, you know what? Don't even nominate country. I don't think you guys know how to do it, so don't insult us and just leave country out of it. We got enough award shows.
They knew what they were doing. They knew this is going to get everyone all.
But how do you have credibility if you're just trying? You're purposely not trying to give the award to the right person. You're trying to do it for a headline. To me, at that point, you're not an award show. You're just a hype machine.
Exactly. And this will help this Cowboy Carter tour.
No doubt it will. Yeah, I mean, because she's writing several Grammys into it. And in the wakes are people like Chris Stapleton, Lainey Wilson, Kasey Musgraves, Post Malone, even, who is at least made the effort to be a country artist.
I'd love to catch up with one of those country artists after a few cocktails at a post-Grammy party. Hey, what do you think? Oh, man, that'd be some great audio.
Yeah, I don't. Nobody has said anything. It'll be interesting today to see if country artists are in an outrage about this, because there's probably a fear to speak out against Beyonce because they're going, see, everybody in country is racist.
Yes,
Right.
and you can just not like an album because you just don't like an album.
Right.
You can also look at like what Post Malone did with all his sound going country and go, okay, he probably did a more country-centric, better album.
Well,
Right.
it's kind of how what happened with the Star Wars industry. If you don't like the Star Wars thing, you are a sexist.
Yeah.
It's all female. No, I just didn't like the writing.
I don't like the storyline. I don't
Yeah.
like the character development. It's not about gender.
No, or,
Yeah.
or sexism. It's about just not liking something,
Right.
and that's possible.
And country embraced the Shabuzi song, a bar song. So
It's a great song.
Yeah, so they embrace that. So that's where I would counter to say I don't think it's a racist opinion to say you don't think Cowboy Carter should have won the best country album. I think it's just a country and music opinion to say, I mean, did you really listen to the Post Malone album and the Beyonce album or the Chris Stapleton and you really know country music? I don't think you can say that and be like Beyonce deserved to get this Grammy.
Dog, people are so afraid to speak how they really feel about something because they're afraid to be labeled as a monster. You could not say, I did not like the Barbie movie. Sexist, hate women. Well, no, I just didn't like the Barbie.
pig.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just didn't jive with the movie. That's all it was. Nothing more, nothing less.
I don't know where they'll be set, and maybe I have a minority opinion about this that most people will be like, no, Beyonce deserved it. She's right. And look, people who truly know country music, I would tip my cap and be like, you know what? I'll let you speak. But
Take that fight online.
From my novice opinion, I don't think she should have won that Grammy based on what I know from it. So, but we'll wind up seeing what people say about it today.
This is how we do. It's the KBJ Show.